Alright, so they have released the information for both Season 5 Noelle and Season 5 Charmy. We're going to be taking things to see, you know, are they worth summoning? Should you summon? All the stuff. So I do have the unit translations, which is very nice. Super glad they actually posted it up early. Normally they don't, so kind of surprised about it. But starting off with Noelle, she is going to be, let me actually zoom in a little bit. So at her first skill, she is going to reduce one special point weakening effect to the enemy. It's going to be a single target. Pretty much you're just reducing one special point, so you know, what less ways for them to get the ultimate, all that stuff, which is going to be very helpful. Skill 2 is going to be a level 3 magic reduction, weakening effect to the enemy for 2 turns, applies provocation effect to the enemy for 2 turns, and then gains or gives a weakening effect, reduce one special point by 1 to all enemies, which is crazy. And then the ultimate here is really good, kind of broken, reducing 3 special points, which is a lot by the way, and then gives removing all strengthening effect to the enemy, and then a level 3 weapon damage effect, allowing your enemies to take more damage. So really good, really good. Partner skill is going to be just pretty standard, just removing a barrier before attacking, so pretty common, pretty standard. Unique passive is at the start of the battle, attacker class, so they have kind of gone with this whole like specific class theme for a few units now. So attacker class gains a 40% damage reduction effect to enemies for 1 turn, so really good. Wait, hold on, effect to enemies. I'm not sure if this is misworded or not. It's either your enemy, like you're either getting a 40% damage reduction for your team, but she is a debuffer, so I'm assuming that you're getting like your enemies are taking an extra 40% damage. Which, if that's the case, that's actually better than how I initially thought. If that's the case. Awakening passive is at the start of the wave, a 30% increase in damage received debuff is applied to all enemies for 1 turn. When hit, gives continuous recovery removal effect to all enemies. So overall, this unit is really good for a debuffer unit. Quite opposite of Season 2 Yuno, who was also a debuffer. He was in the sense of allowing your team to do more damage and everything. This unit is just like not really damage wise, if that makes sense. She's playing her role perfectly as a debuffer, you know, not allowing your units to not allowing your enemies to do more damage, reducing special points. So other ways debuffer works, which is honestly great. So really huge fan of this unit. I like it a lot. Moving on to Charmy, I think she's probably the one that a lot of people are going to want to go for your Gateway of Destiny. So skill 1 is going to be single target inflicting burn for 2 turns, pretty standard. Skill 2 is going to be AoE. If the enemy has pumpkin pie effect, the Halloween firecracker effect is applied. So how this works is if you do have the Halloween firecracker effect, then immediately it is going to proc off and burn. That's how it's working. So let's just say like your enemy has like 1 HP, like they're like very close to dying, right? And you just need like 1 more turn, but you can't get it off. If you do have this effect applied, then it's going to go ahead and immediately proc off, and then it's going to be removed. So it's going to do the damage and everything, and then even if it's not your turn, by the way, right? So this can be very handy. I like this a lot. Can be very clutch in a lot of situations. Me personally, I have experienced it to where like I just need 1 more turn or something and then I would win. So yeah, I like this. It's gonna immediately proc off and then be removed, so pretty nice. Ultimate is interesting. We're going to wait to see in game, but gives pumpkin pie effect to enemies. It is going to be single target, by the way. When an enemy with this effect starts its turn, it is transferred to a random enemy within the group. So I don't know how you get rid of this, to be honest with you. I think you have to kill them in order for it to be removed, but I think the way this pumpkin pie effect is working is you give 1 to the enemy, right? And then every turn that passes, another enemy on that team is gaining a pumpkin pie effect, is transferred over. So, and if you do get up to 5 turns of this whole pumpkin pie effect, you are gaining a 600% damage increase of both physical attack power and magic attack power. You're gonna be applied with that, and then it's gonna be removed. So you can do some insane damage, but I don't know how viable this whole 5-turn thing is gonna be. So we will have to wait and see. And then everything else is going to be pretty standard. Apply burn continuous damage for 2 turns to enemies affected by pumpkin pie. Not too bad. And then the partner skill is same as Noelle's, removing barrier. Unique passive is the whole immortality thing, which a lot of units kind of have. So and then the awakening passive is when pumpkin pie effect is removed, Inflict 2 burns continuous damage to all enemies for 2 turns, and then at the start of the wave, inflict burn continuous damage to an enemy for 2 turns 2 times. So this unit can do some crazy damage. I'm very excited to test this out. I think Charmy is going to be the unit you want to go for in your Gateway of Destiny, but we'll have to see. We'll have to see. And then regarding the skill page for Noelle, so if you do apply it towards Noelle for the skill 2, she is also gaining a give block recovery effect to an enemy for 2 turns. This one's not too crazy, but the passive part is really good. When attacked, there's a 100% chance to apply a 1-point special reduction weakening effect to all enemies. So anytime you are attacked, if you had the skill page maxed out at level 6, you're guaranteed to reduce 1 special point from all your enemies anytime you're attacked. This card is so broken, and it is going to be an absolute menace for PvP. So I low-key kind of want to do a good amount of summons today, because this skill page is so good. So good. Being able to like reduce 1 special point anytime you're attacked against the enemies who like kind of rely on ultimates, all this stuff, this is going to be so broken. Absolutely broken. So I'm very excited to hopefully get the skill page. And then the translation for Charmy's skill page is going to be, if the enemy has pumpkin pie effect, inflict stun. So even better, even better. And then the passive here is, if the attack's target suffers sustained damage from burn, you have a guaranteed 100% chance of applying a recovery effect equal to 100% of your max HP. So both units, both skill pages, I think are very good. I'm very surprised that one of them isn't like lackluster. They're all broken. Both units are broken, and both skill pages are extremely top tier. So we'll have to see in game how they actually are, but from on paper, they are really good. Like I honestly want to go ahead and put them at S tier just right off the bat without even using them in game yet. Based on what I'm reading on paper, they are so good, so good. So yeah, if you are free to play, I definitely do recommend you go for Charmy in your Gateway Destiny. Unless you summon your getter, then obviously you go for Noelle. But ideally, I think everyone, including free to play players, unless you just started playing, should be able to get both units, right? Because I feel like a lot of us have a good amount of summons saved up. So yeah, I am getting both units without a doubt today. Regarding the skill pages, I don't know, but luckily I do have some universal skill page stuff that I can put on, so fingers crossed. But yeah, there is your should you summon. I'm gonna go ahead and say yes. If you are free to play, absolutely summon for these guys. I don't know if they're gonna be meta changing, but they look really fun to use on paper. They look really fun to use. All right, I want to there. Y'all take care, everyone. Peace.